First time, I had a very clear vision. I had a very clear mission that what I want to achieve in the next 6 months. A lot of those things I've been able to achieve. Many, probably not. But it has not been easy. 6 months back, we started with a team of seven. Seven people who are very energetic, very enthusiastic to work for the growth for everyone in this club. Today, we're not the same seven people coming onto the stage or being the club officers. We've had six peoples moving to out of those seven, moving to a different positions, moving to a better place, and for their growth. And that is what this platform does to you. It gives you the growth outside of Toastmasters. It's not just these four goals that you excel at. You excel in your life, and that's what Toastmasters is for everyone. That's what Toastmasters is for me. Whatever success I have had in my professional career, I owe it all to TMND. And I've seen that happening in the last 6 months as well. So as I said, it's not the same seven people that started this journey and that they are ending it. And it's not the same me as well. I have also changed a lot in the process. It's not the same person that I was 6 months back. I have changed. And I have changed for better. There's so many things that I've learned in these months about myself, about my leadership style, about my leadership skills, and so much improvement I can see. I feel that I'm much more humbled now going through that experience. And I believe I can see lots of people in the audience. I can pretty sure, I'm very confident that they're also going to have a similar experience in their Toastmasters journey. I see a lot of potential right now in this room, and I'm pretty sure that you will definitely do that. But having said all that, those 6 months wouldn't have been possible without the support of a lot of people. For everyone, in fact, everyone in this club has contributed so much for their own success as well as the success for the entire club. And at this point, I would like to recognize the efforts of many of those people, and the list is long. First of all, there is something called leadership without position. It's very easy to lead once you are given the powers or once you are given the honor. Like I was fortunate that you all elected me as the president of the club. I was given the reins to lead the club forward. But there were still people who didn't have any position, who didn't have any power. But their commitment was no less. They have served the club in the true essence of it. And one of that persons was Toastmaster Yashraj Singh. The kind of effort and hard work he has put in the growth of the entire club, I know he must have reached out to each one of you asking to do some role, do a speech, do a TMOD and all that. As many icebreakers he uh, had designed in those agendas, it's incredible. So a huge round of applause. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Yash. Thank you so much. I have a small token of appreciation for you.
One behind second.
Thank you. Next, we had someone who helped the club in the club's marketing, in the public relations. She had prepared some marvelous posters, some marvelous campaigns. And in fact, there was one initiative led by the EC to have an alternate EC. And she led the club's VPPR role in that particular meeting. And in lots of other meetings, even when she didn't have the power, she was actually leading a lot of campaigning initiatives. And with a huge round of applause, please help me welcome that person onto the stage. And that person is none other than our Vice President of Membership elect, Toastmaster Arnima Vaishnav. Thank Thank you. Next is another person from the campaigning team, the public relations team. She was helping the club in specifically using her own skills, her creative skills to create some Instagram reels. And we all know Instagram reels are the fashion, are the trend, right? That's the best thing that I spend my time on throughout the day. At least half an hour I'm just scrolling through different reels. And some of those reels sometimes do pop up from Toastmasters Club of New Delhi. And I always feel like home when those reels come up. She had created some beautiful reels for the club. Unfortunately, or fortunately, she has her exam tomorrow and is not able to attend the meeting today. So I would request the Vice President of Public Relations, Toastmaster Abhishek, to collect her reward on her behalf. That person is none other than Toastmaster PL Keswani. Thank you. Then we had a plethora of changes, plethora of new people coming in. It was a roller coaster ride, right? There were a few people who had to actually move out of the club easy and had to give up their club officer role. But some other people came in to fill those shoes up. And we have someone, Toastmaster Bhavya Gupta to be precise. She contributed as a sergeant at arms of the club. Not many people over here must have seen her into the meetings, but that didn't mean that the role was not being played. She made sure that even with her absence, the role was being played by someone or the other. And in fact, a lot of you do not know about this, but we conducted two contests through these 6 months. She had prepared for both the contests well in advance. She was the one who got the certificates printed. She was the one who got those trophies ready. Even when she was not available physically, she made sure that those trophies, all those awards were in place and the club could successfully conduct those two contests. And fortunately, one of those trophies went to me. Thank you so much for that, Toastmaster Bhavya. Keep applauding. Thank you. Let me ask you a question. If you are a captain of a cricket team, which type of people would you want in your team or would you like in the team the most? The batsmen,
All-rounders.
the bowlers, all the all-rounders.
All-rounders.
And we have the answers even before I gave all the options. And no, that's true. All of us actually like to have all-rounders in our team. And one of those all-rounders had actually contributed in numerous ways to the club. He pitched in whenever the club required him in any capacity. Had it been for leading a contest as a contest master, or serving the club as an acting sergeant at arms, or filling in the roles of VP membership, or filling in the roles of a VP education associate, or handling his own rules, his own responsibilities as the treasurer of the club. That person has filled in and has served in all the ways through his effort, through his sweat and all the hard work. And that person was Toastmaster Jatin Bansal. Again, he's not present in this particular meeting, and that's the only meeting he has actually missed during his entire tenure. I would request Toastmaster Jyoti Alavadi to come onto the stage and collect Toastmaster Jatin's reward in his address. Come on that side. Thank you. Then every leader needs somebody to give him the sound advice. need somebody to think it through, to think about the strategy. And I always found a very good friend who was always there to help me whenever I needed it. Whether it was to fulfill my own responsibilities or to help any other club officer in fulfilling their responsibilities or keeping a track of the performance of the entire EC or the club. That person never failed in the objectives that were set for him. That person has again helped the club in a numerous ways. And with a huge round of applause, please help me welcome that person onto the stage. And that person is Toastmaster Paras Sachdeva, the secretary of the club. Please closer.
More, slide more.
Right, left. The cameraman.
Then again, one very important position for the club to run successfully is the role of a vice president membership. And we had someone very energetic, very enthusiastic, and a dynamic person, be it a very wonderful speaker or be it for his leadership skills. He started the club officer role on a wonderful note, adding 10 new members in the very first meeting. Unfortunately, or fortunately for him and unfortunately for us, he could not continue beyond 2 months of his tenure. And that person is Toastmaster Saharsh, and he had to move out of the city to pursue a job that he very dearly loved. But we would really want to recognize his efforts right at the beginning of the club officer roles. He had to leave the club at a very crucial juncture. That was the point where we need the vice president of membership the most. And that's the time of the renewals, right? Had it not been for our new vice president membership, we would have struggled hard time. We would have struggled very bad. But it was the experience of our new vice president membership in his past term as VP membership that helped us carry out the renewals very smoothly. We recorded the record renewals. We did it 1 month in advance. Completed 29 renewals. That was the highest in the history of TMND with a month to spare. And we got recognition from the area team, division team and district team for leading the entire district with our renewals. With a huge round of applause, let's appreciate the efforts of Toastmaster Angad Palkar. I would request somebody from the EC to please collect his award on his behalf. Okay, Pradeep, you can also come on the stage. Come over here. We can use our VPPR skills to Photoshop that pic and Angad Pal's face over there. Now let's come to a person who has been working consistently throughout the term. He might not be coming onto the forefront, but he was leading his teams most efficiently in the EC. He was the one who was working every week to make sure that we have good, creative, innovative posts on all the social media handles, good posters to support the themes and to support the TMODs. And that person has worked, was like a silent worker who never bailed out on his responsibilities and always carried it very diligently. I especially have a very soft heart for those people who carry out on their work from the background. They will never come onto the forefront, but they are the basic reasons. They are the foundation for the success of any team. And that hardworking person is none other than our Vice President of Public Relations, Toastmaster Abhishek. The next is person who probably is the sole person responsible for the growth of most of you. She has so much diligently worked with each single individual of the club on their growth, on their success. She has worked against all the odds to nurture the club, even without having too much experience in the club herself, but she never failed from her responsibilities. She had worked with a few of the associates and had nurtured them for their leadership roles as well. She is the most hardworking person in the entire region. And there have been a few incidents where we had a clash of thoughts, or we were probably not at the same decision that we had to make, right? But that didn't, I mean, that's the best quality about a person, to explain, to clearly express their point of view, even if that doesn't reflect the same as the other person's point of view, right? We have had clash of opinions, but I have a huge respect for that person, right? And that person is none other than Toastmaster Jyoti Alabadi. Let me just say a few more words about you. No, please stay over here.
I also want.
Yeah.
Once you are done.
Alright. There have been some such instances where we have had clash of opinions, as I was saying, but there was one thing which was common in all those clashes, that we both had interests of the club members at our heart, right? And that is the best quality that I like about in our VP education. At times, one person can be a little bit more strict, but you know, in a family as well, right? There's a father who is always strict with the kids, but there is a mother who keeps reminding that father that they also need to be nurtured. These kids need to be nurtured. We don't have to be strict with them all the time. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jyoti, for playing that nurturing role and for nurturing all the members of the club. Small token of appreciation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I just want to.
All right. Okay, you can have the
So
stage.
timer, please note, I only want to because I know that I can speak. So I want to conclude everything in 3 points that I have learned so far. So when I was a child, my father has given me an upbringing where he used to tell me the stories of Indira Nooyi, Indira Gandhi, and this is the way I got brought up. And he always used to say me that you should become a leader like someone like that. But back in 2017, I got failed somewhere in my life. So failures come in your life, but before that you had a dream, and your parents also had a dream for you. So point number 1 is you always have a dream. Point number 2, but life is not easy. You always get failures. Point number 3, very important. You need to bounce back. So in 2021, there are many people who are new to Toastmasters. I realized that now the time has come when I really need to bounce back. So I realized that something that I can do, at least something good enough, even better than cooking, that is I can do public speaking. So I joined this club, TMND I joined. So I met Ashish, I met Sukhmani, I met many people who really inspired me that I would be able to do great job. And the election time came, and I just put my hand and I got selected as a VP. So the best thing about getting into that position was that I realized who I was, and the game changed. And the game changed neither in not anywhere, but the game changed in my personal and the professional life. And that has completely changed me who I was when I entered the stage and who I am when I'm about to leave the 6-month membership. I learned how to make the work done. I learned how actually work should be done from Toastmaster Ashish and there are lot of people. At the end, I just want to say thank you to each and everyone. Toastmaster Paras, Toastmaster Yashra, Toastmaster Abhishek, everyone helped me a lot in leading my role well. So whenever I was late, Toastmaster Abhishek used to take up the leadership and used to write here, in spite of the fact that he has a bad handwriting, but he always used to take that courage. So there are people who has helped me in spite of any. Jatin Bansal, he has helped me even, like he was going to Vaishno Devi and he messaged me, oh, these are the roles that I have taken and all that things. So wonderful people I have got. And a big thank you to everyone, Toastmaster Arup, Toastmaster Deepak, everyone. But two people who are little more closer to me when I was working in EC. So I don't have a gift for you. I have just a feeling and gratitude for you both. So one is Toastmaster Yashraj. I have seen students. I was a teacher for good like 6 years, but I have never seen a student like him, and I really appreciate whatever I used to so you can take it as a Christmas. So he is a guy who has helped me, and many of them must be thinking that VP-Ed, actually you are the VP-Ed, because he used to take up the roles, and he has done his job wonderfully well. And once a mentor is always a mentor. So I really, so when I was joining EC, I actually joined EC because of Toastmaster Ashish Guy. Because the kind of the vision that he had for all of you was very clear, very prompt, and very good, and very transparent. It was not at all the purpose is just to become the president. The purpose was very clear. So when he said that I'm going for a president, and I said, okay, I will go for some post which will be your associate. Then he said, no one is going to be my associate. Then I thought, okay, I can take some position near to him. Then I took the position of VP-Ed. So during the tenure, I have learned a lot, and the best thing that he mentioned, I have learned the communication style. He has told me how to communicate with people. He has actually scolded me for not working well. He has actually held me and appreciated me for the things that I have done. And I had lot of disagreements with him. But overall, at the end, I really thank, because the person that I become today, it was not at all possible without his guidance. So I just have a small gratitude for you. It's not at all a gift, because I'm not someone who can give any gift to someone. So can you just take it? And thank you so much for.
While we are at the gifts, can you give me one more gift? This one that I bought for myself.
Wow. So smart he is.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right.
2 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
5 minutes.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jyoti, for your kind words. Now, if anyone else from the EC or any member would want to share something about their experience in the last 6 months, you can also come onto the stage and share. Anyone? Okay, Toastmaster Paras.
So when I opt for the secretary post, I was looking for the easiest way possible to get in the EC, because on the website it does not look that if you have to do anything in this, which naturally. But when I came to the EC, Ashish dragged my feet off and worked diligently. For first 2 months, I could not take up the role because I was on the back end managing all the EC works. Every weekend we used to have 2-3 EC meetings with different people. Ashish used to take up those roles. He used to define that you have for VP-Ed, for VP membership, how to do this, where to do it, and how to execute it when you are on the stage. So kudos to. Three wisdoms from past, including Ashish, past president. First is from the Sukhmani, Toastmaster Sukhmani call. that she was giving her farewell speech, she mentioned a line that this is a slavery leadership position. I got the essence by her feeling, but I could not get to feel it other than doing the part. I got the chance while I was working. You were working for the club, not for you, but for the club. You have to sacrifice your own time that you could enjoy with your friends for future EC. That as a warning for you.
He is warning
You are
you.
that you have to sacrifice your own work for the club. It is not even gradually, but eventually it will also help you in time management, in your speaking skill and communication skills. Second wisdom is from our president Ashish, that when the clashes have got happened within the between, anger does not do any good thing. Anger is nothing but a fuel to that clash. But uh, add on to the clash, there's nothing good. Third is from our upcoming president-elect from the Samir. I was talking to him. He got very good speech about it. But the crux of it is that your self growth is much more important and bigger than your ego. Thank you.
Anyone else would like to say a few words?
I think. Yeah.
Okay, we have Toastmaster Abhishek.
Uh, so being in EC was certainly like I was not expecting to be in EC, but yeah, I did some work in previous terms, so I thought like why not to opt for that. And the irony is like once I was monitor, and from that time I thought like no, I will not do any of such things that that will take your extra time. But if like what I feel, during this 6 months of EC period, so what I feel like, even though you will not get, you have to sacrifice some of your time, not all, but that will be a productive. You are just you are giving your time in a productive way, and in return, if you see it, if you visualize it, like what I'm getting, so certainly you will get a lot of things. And for me, I'm certainly, earlier I was not a good, earlier I was not able to handle all those things, social media and all those things. But yeah, I know like what are the pros and cons, and where are the all those things, how all the analysis and all those things happen. So yeah, certainly like if any one of you wants to go in EC, or maybe not any of such position, and if you are thinking that why should I go, don't think, in future don't think that. It will certainly add value, and I would suggest do participate in such things, and it will certainly add value to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhishek. Anyone else would like to say a few words?
Only I am left, I
We
think.
have Toastmaster Bhavya. Keep it going, guys.
So when I started my journey, I didn't know what SA was. So before me it was Aryan, and Aryan was a very diligent person, and he has set the bar over here. And I didn't understand SA except for the part that you opened the meeting. So when I got elected, and it was very surprising to me. Oh, ye bhi karna padta hai. But then eventually everybody has helped me a lot. And during the journey, I have realized so many things about the club, so many things about so many different people over here. Especially Jyoti and Ashish has helped me immensely throughout the journey. And I don't think I will be continuing if it hadn't been because of these both especially. And then also Paras has helped me a lot, then Abhishek and Yash Raj. I remember how Yash Raj used to train me what SA is, how I can handle it. Listen to me, these aren't your sentences.
Let's give a big round of applause for him also.
And I remember having individual calls role thrice or maybe 4 times, and again he would ask me if I understood. And very patient person overall. And I've learned a lot from Ashish, especially his leadership style, his way of communicating, his way of getting things done without being mean or
True.
you know, it's a proper leadership trait. And I salute to you. Thank you, Ashish, and everybody and Toastmasters.
Thank you. Okay, I know we are running out of time, but still, if anybody would like to share a few words.
Just 2 lines from here.
Okay, again. Please
So,
help me welcome to Master
these are the accomplishments of the VPs. In 6 months, through our VP8, we have conducted 17 icebreakers. And due to our VP membership, we had
Let's have a huge round of applause.
17 icebreakers.
Let's remind this.
Can you repeat again if you want to?
No.
So the second thing is, due to our because of our VP membership, we have 24 new members, not the repeating members like Angad and Nivedita. We have 24 new members that has joined the club for the first time.
Wonderful.
Because of VPPR, we have 250 plus more followers in Instagram in the span of 6 months. Thank you.
And to add on to those achievements,